Okay, good morning, class. Okay, my name is RABE SALARDA and I'm your substitute teacher in this subject, assessment learning. Okay, since your teacher, she's on the seminar. Okay, so my plan for today is I will group you and for the reporting tomorrow. Understood? Okay, so here's the groupings. So the first group is Miss Ganchao and Miss Rabe. Okay, listen. I will only repeat twice. Okay, the first reporter or the group one will be Ganchao and Miss Rabe. Your topic is all about evaluating and assessing portfolio. Understood? Okay. Okay. Next reporter is Mr. FELISILDA and Ms. TOQUERO, and your topic is all about um, students teacher conference. Again, the second group or the group two will be Mr. FELISILDA and Ms. TOQUERO, and your topic is all about students teacher conference. Okay? Tomorrow is the starting of your report. I expected you a lot. Okay? I hate wasting my time during reporting. Okay? Before I come in, place your report in the board. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. That will be only for today. Okay, so I will dismiss you early so that you can prepare your report for tomorrow. Understood? Okay, class dismiss. Okay, good morning, class. Okay, where's the first supporter? Faster! The time is running. Don't waste time. Okay.
Good morning, everyone. I am Evelyn Rabe together with my partner Dailin Gantiao, and we will discuss assessing and evaluating portfolios. According to Paulson and Mayer 1991, portfolios offers a way of assessing student learning that is different from traditional methods. Portfolio assessment provides the teacher and students an opportunity to observe student in a broader context, taking risks, developing creative solutions, and learning to make judgments about their own performances. Detailed rating criteria may be evolved to evaluate the finished portfolio presented by students. In general, they should include the following. First is thoughtfulness. This includes the evidence of students' monitoring of their own comprehension, metacognitive reflection, and productive habits of mind. The second one is growth and development in relationship to key curriculum expectancies and indicators. Next is understanding and application of key processes. Completeness, correctness, and appropriateness of products and processes presented in the portfolio. It means that in a portfolio, the content should be complete, correct, and appropriate, and there should be processes also presented. The last one is diversity of entries. An example of this is the use of multiple factors or formats to demonstrate the elements of designated performance of standards. In making the evaluation criteria, students and teachers must work together and agree on the criteria to be applied to the portfolio. The criteria themselves will serve as guide to the students when they actually prepare the portfolio requirement. Moreover, teachers and students work collaboratively to determine the grades or scores to be assigned. In this particular dimension, rubrics, rules, and scoring keys can be designed for a variety of portfolio components. In addition, letter grades might also be assigned where appropriate. It is especially recommended for summative purposes. A panel of interviewers be designated to evaluate students' portfolio based on the agreed criteria at the beginning. It is important that the panel of interviewers understand the decision-making process that the student underwent in selecting the items to be included in the finished portfolio. These are the things that should be remembered in evaluating a portfolio. First, share the rubric with the students before they work the portfolio. Second, allow students to reflect on their portfolio using the rubric. Third, ensure that you have checks for biases. For example, rate portfolio with another teacher. Next, rate portfolio without looking at the student's name. And lastly, when making major decisions based on evaluations, ensure that you use more than one rater and all the raters are trained.
Let us know what are the tips in assessing and evaluating portfolios. First, each portfolio needs to be assessed with reference to its specific goals. Since the goals and weighting of the various portfolios components had been clearly fixed in advance, assessing the portfolio is not that difficult. Second, self and peer assessment. Self and peer assessment enables students to independently assess their own and other students' progress with confidence. It can be used as a tool for formative evaluation, with the student having to justify their grades with reference to the goals and to specific pages in the portfolio. This actually makes the teacher's job of assessing portfolio much easier. After all the efforts, the teacher will provide feedback on the portfolios. First is to write a letter about the portfolio. It details strengths and weaknesses and generates a profile of a student's ability. Second, prepare certificates with comment on the portfolio. It suggests strengths and future goals. So, the finished portfolio may be due only at the end of the semester, but it is a good idea to set a regular dates so that the students will know whether they are on the right track. In assessing and evaluating the portfolios, there are many challenges that may be encountered. First is the reliability. It can be quite difficult to establish scoring systems that are reliable over raters or time. Reliability across raters is especially important if major decisions are to be based on the assessment outcome. Second, time. The use of portfolio for assessment is time-consuming in terms of hours needed to produce the product, time to develop a workable scoring system, and training for the evaluators. Third, depth, not breadth. Portfolio assessment offers the opportunity for depth but not breadth with regard to academic material covered. Fourth, fairness. It may be difficult for the evaluator to control outside influences on the product, such as parental assistance and access to resources like computers. Contribution to learning. The use of the portfolio for assessment purposes could detract from its most important contribution to the learning process, like an honest teacher-student communication. Then now, let's talk about the purpose of portfolio. So the first purposes of portfolio is the documentation of student progress, which is the working portfolios. Second, showcasing student accomplishment, which is the celebration portfolios. And third is the evaluation of student status.
Okay. Thank you so much, Group 1. Second group. Faster, Mr. FELISILDA. Good.
Good morning, sir. And now we have to discuss the Student and Teacher Conference. The Student-Teacher Conference, we have a shared and active assessment. The main philosophy embedded in portfolio assessment is shared and active assessment. To this end, the teacher must have a short individual meetings with each student, in which progress discussed and goals are set in the future meeting. Indeed, the use of portfolio assessment takes time, but at the end, the gains are well worth it, the time and effort expended by the teacher. And now I'll give the floor for Miss Janessa for some continuation.
Good morning, sir. In addition, such conferences involve the student and teacher in joint review of the completion of the portfolio components, in querying the cognitive processes related to artifact selection, and in dealing with other relevant issues. This is also a perfect time to evaluate the student final portfolio product and give them their final grades. This kind of conference can be a way to tell the students what should be improved and what their strength.
Thank you guys. You've done very well. I didn't expect that you did a great report. To sum up everything, the understanding of this topic is when we say portfolio assessment, guys. So it enables students to reflect their real performance, to show their weak and strong domains, and to observe students' progress during the learning process, and what we call this one, to encourage students to take responsibility for their own actions. Okay, so when you say also a students teacher conference, so this is very important for a teacher to build a rapport. So this is a one-on-one meeting between this teacher and the students. Why? Because both students and teacher needs to identify strength and areas of growth during their discussion, and collaboratively select specific strategies that will support the students' progress, because that is very important for a teacher to know the weaknesses of their students. Understood? Okay, so by this one-on-one, the students can share their teacher where are the areas that they are weak, or they are need to be helped on. And the second one is the teacher also can assess their students accordingly to their needs. Okay, so I hope that this is understandable to everyone, since the reporters explain it very well. Okay, so I did not expect that one, guys. So thank you so much for your report. Okay, next is tomorrow. Bring your materials for portfolio. So tomorrow is the starting of your for your portfolio. Okay, so starting for make your portfolio tomorrow, that will be submitted on March 8th. Okay, so no extension, so no borrowing materials. Understood? Okay, so that's it for today. God bless, and see you tomorrow. Bye bye.